At 5:44 this afternoon, we got a call that there was a fire at 508 North Franklin, which is the Szechuan House restaurant here downtown. We had our crews arriving. There was heavy smoke and flames that was coming out of the back of the building at that point. In a situation like this where we have buildings downtown in close quarters, they need to have as many people and assets here as possible, so they called a second and then ultimately a third alarm. While that was going on, we made sure that we emptied out and evacuated the entire block. So the block from between Madison and Twiggs and Franklin and Ashley has been completely emptied out. There's a lot of businesses in there that were operating, but out of abundance of caution for the safety of everybody else, we want to make sure that we got those folks out. So far, firefighters have been doing an excellent job of keeping it contained to that one location. There was a person inside at that point, but he safely got out and had some minor injuries related to it and is being treated here at the scene. We haven't had to transport any firefighters or any other persons as of yet that I'm aware of. The firefighters, while they were fighting the fire, there was a collapse between the second and the first floor. We still don't have a cause yet. There was earlier indications that some of you might have heard that there was an AC unit or something. We can't confirm that, but we know that it is not on the roof at this point, that it was inside the interior of the building. So that's where we are right now. We're doing an interior attack. You can still see a lot of smoke. We want to make sure that we keep this contained, get it over with as soon as possible, and ensure that there continue to be no further injuries to the public or to our firefighters. Does anyone have any questions?
You mentioned the restaurant. So was this in the restaurant or just the building where the restaurant is located?
It was, I don't know exactly what his location is, but the 2 floors are contained inside that restaurant. That's what we know. There's a bit of a language barrier right now, so we have someone on the phone. It's kind of interesting. Have someone on the phone translating for us to get an idea of exactly what happened. But the fire marshal's investigators are already on scene to try to determine exactly what happened. But the main thing is no one's injured at this point, and we want to make sure we keep it contained. Some of you may remember the amphitheater fire in Ybor City almost 4 years ago. And you know, it can be a daunting task for the firefighters to make sure that these things stay contained, and that's really the primary focus right now, making sure that it doesn't spread to any surrounding businesses.
Was the restaurant open for business?
I'm told that it was not. I'm told that it was not, but I don't know 100% for sure.
Did that person who's being treated on scene, did he get out on his own, or did anyone help him get out?
He was able to get out on his own, from what I know. So I've put eyes on him. He looks, in pretty good shape. But there were some minor injuries related to it that he's already been treated here at the scene.
What's your message for the community as they're watching this?
The message for the community is, understand the job that firefighters do. Fortunately, we haven't had a whole lot of issues here downtown. Typically, we'll have, automatic fire alarms, that sort of thing go off. But we take this stuff very seriously, and we want to make sure that businesses are able to keep operating. That's why the quick response, that's why the size of the response, and we just want to get this over with as quick as possible for everyone involved.
Was there any sprinklers in the establishment?
I'm sorry?
Was there a sprinkler system in the establishment?
That I'm not aware of. It should be, but I haven't heard anything about that.
Was the building an older building, or?
It appears to be. A lot of these get remodeled over time. I don't know the status of this one. I've been inside that place before. But it looks like it's been here for a while, yeah.
How often do firefighters do training for possible high-rise fires and for downtown fires where buildings are connected like this?
Well, downtown all the time. I mean, not a shift goes by where they don't do something, whether it's for a high-angle rescue or just regular life-saving measures. But that's why we had the tiller truck downtown, is so they can reach these higher levels in the building and can maneuver through the streets. So, this isn't that far down the road from Fire Station 1. And they were able to respond very quickly, and that's how we're able to keep it contained right now.
Pretty dangerous situation when one floor collapses to the first floor. Are firefighters always prepared for that? I mean, it's pretty lucky no one was really injured.
Well, they are lucky, and that's why we have a whole lot of protective gear. There's procedures that they go through to maintain and try to notice as quick as possible whenever there's a dangerous situation like that, so they can pull themselves away from it. They kind of go back, take a look at make an assessment of it, let the incident commander know, and then they actually, pretty much like a football game, they make plays as far as how they're going to attack the fire and make sure that they get it under control. So good question, and yeah, these folks train all the time, all the time.